YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel, and on this video I just want to go through this year's curriculum picks that I have for my children. So and how I'm gonna organize it throughout the school year. Hopefully this works out. If it doesn't, obviously I'll be keeping you posted with other videos throughout the homeschool year. So let's get started here. Let's get started. So what I have here are 3 large bins, one for each of my children. This one has the most things. This is for my 8th grader. I got my 5th grader and my 1st grader. And so let's see what I have in each of these bins. So for my 8th grader, for reading, we're just gonna do this Spectrum reading workbook. These are pretty cool. We used these last year. I like them. And they have a story and then questions. So reading comprehension is really good with these. So that's what he's going to be using this school year. Nothing fancy, just read the story and answer the questions. And these stories are very informative. They have a lot of information, so I like that about these Spectrum reading books. For math, he's going to be doing the, let's see if I have the workbook here, the Math UC Zeta for decimals and percents, and then we'll move on to the next one. He's probably going to move on pretty quick through the beginning of this book because that's pretty much where he left off last year during homeschool. So I haven't really gone through it very much, but it comes with a DVD for instruction and his workbook and manipulatives. So that's going to be lots of fun for him, well, hopefully. And then I have the teacher's manual so that I can also go over with him any poems that he may have. So that's that for math. And I've never used Math UC, but I've read a lot about it. I've seen a lot of other YouTube moms using Math UC, and I've seen a lot of good reviews, so I hope it works well for my son as well. Then I just have some colored pencils, markers, and crayons for any other assignments that we'll have throughout the school year. He's got 2 notebooks that he's going to use for different things. So let's move on. So I got each of my kids these little journals for Bible. So I do want to have a Bible every morning, and they get to write something in their journal every day. And so each of them has their own little journal. For his writing, we're going to be using this one, Jump In, a workbook for reluctant and eager writers. So he's not very crazy about writing. He hates to write, but I think this might be a little helpful, make it more fun for him. So we're going to be using this one. And then for grammar, we're going to be using Fix It Grammar. And my daughter's also going to be using this very same workbook. And I like that it's a very simple, short assignments every single day, and then it just adds up to one big paragraph, and that gets you right at the end of each lesson with all the proper grammar and corrections done. So we're going to be using this one for grammar. And then he'll be using Wordly Wise for vocabulary, and he'll be using this one throughout the school year. So this is for the main core subjects, which is reading, writing, and arithmetic. And this is where he will keep his work, which is kind of like, I like to say, his classroom in a box. This is it. Trying to keep things organized and not clutter up everything. So this is his box. Now my daughter, my older daughter, my 5th grader, she's got also some colored pencils that she has here. And she will also have some more crayons. Sorry, my dog's on the couch. And markers. She's got some notebooks, and I have a lot more notebooks that I bought. These were 25 cents at Walmart, so I just bought a bunch of them. She's got her pink journal for Bible, simple journaling, and yeah, this is it. Like that. That's pretty cute, really cute. And she'll be using this one for journal. Oopsie. And her colored pencils. Okay, so for spelling, she will be using Spelling UC. I think this will work very well for her because she has trouble spelling, And the traditional way of that the spelling is done, where you write the words 10 times, just doesn't work for her. And I think this may work a lot better. I was going through it, I read some reviews on it, and not only is she going to be working on spelling, but she'll also, there's a lot of this on history, so she'll be learning a little bit of history, which is what we'll be doing. This year's history will be American history, and there's already American history in here, so that's going to be something that we can tie together. But spelling UC is a little bit different from writing words 10 times each and doing worksheets and filling in the blanks. And as the school year goes by, I will do a review on these and see how well it works for her. So spelling UC for her. Okay, for math, she will be using the Lessons for a Living Education, level 4. She does struggle with her math, so I am going to keep her on level 4 for a few weeks until I feel like we can go ahead and move on to level 5. I don't know what Bob is doing. Bob is our dog, and he's chewing on something. But she'll be using this one, and I like it because each lesson starts with a story, and the story kind of introduces the concept, and she's very good with stories. If you tell her something in a story form, she kind of understands it a lot better. So she gets to read the story and then the assignment. So that's for math. For language arts, we're just going to go ahead and use something simple, the language arts 5th grade, for grammar, punctuation, vocabulary, writing, and research, just to review, all the adjectives and pronouns and all that stuff. And she'll also be using Fix-It Grammar for her grammar. So just like my son, they'll be using the same book, and it just gets a lot more harder as they go deeper into the book. So this is different for me. I've never used this one, so I'm hoping this will work better for them. So this is for my daughter. Now we are going to be doing history, science, and art, but that I have separate because that we will be doing together as a group. So this is just their separate schoolwork that they do on their own. So that's why I have them in boxes so that they don't get lost. Okay, so for my first grader, we have Hooked on Phonics, which I ordered last year, and we're going to continue with Hooked on Phonics. So this is the first part. She's still on the first part, so we're going to finish this one up and move on to the second part of Hooked on Phonics. And then she also has her crayons, markers, and colored pencils. She's got a few notebooks, but these are not going to really be for her. I need to get her the ones that are dashed lines. Hi, Gloria. Hi. This is her Bible binder and Bible journal. So she picked out purple because she likes purple, right, Gloria? And she's actually wearing her purple shirt. Okay, for spelling, she's also going to be using Spelling UC, and this will be a lot of fun for her. Like I said, as we go into the school year, I'll do some reviews on these just to let you know how well they worked for me, and if you all want to try them, you'll be able to see how it worked for me. And for math, she'll use the Lessons for a Living Education Level 1. And these, like I said, each lesson starts with a story that introduces the very nice Bob, that introduces the concept and makes it easy to understand. So she'll be doing this math workbook for the school year. Okay, so now let's move on to history, art, and science. Let me just put everything back in her box. This will be her box. Also, instead of school boxes, the traditional school box that you'll find at Walmart or anywhere else, the small ones, I decided to go with bigger bins because by the end of the school year, they'll have a lot more stuff that they'll be using for as far as art goes and other stuff. So I wanted to make sure that they were going to have enough space to put all their stuff. And so that's why I got these big ones. And these will fit in their big classroom box, right? So that's why I got those really big ones. That's what we'll be using. a lot more stuff for crafting, and I wanted to make sure that there was going to be enough room to store each of their own things in their own separate place so they don't lose it, and they're not trying to use each other's and then they get upset, and you know how that goes, right? So, science. For science, we'll be using, and we're going to be working together as a group for science. We're going to be using the Exploring Creation with General Science, 2nd edition, and I ordered 2 sets, one for my son, one for my daughter, and then my little girl, she'll just be listening and drawing pictures according to the lessons that we're doing. And we're going to mainly focus this year on the human body. We're going to go from the skin to the muscle to the skeleton to everything else, the brain, the glands, everything that the body has. We're going to just study the whole human body throughout the whole school year. If we finish before the school year's over, we may start something else, but I really want to focus on the human body this school year for them. So this is it. This is the workbook that each of them gets, Bob, and then their textbook. And these come with the teacher's manual. So this is an 8th grade level science, 6th to 8th grade level, but my 5th grader can definitely follow along, and we will, like I said, we're going to work together as a group, so I don't see it being a big problem, but we'll find out, right? For history, we're going to be doing the going through the early American history, and this is taking the, I'm so sorry, being so loud. I'll be right back. Bob, what's wrong? Okay, I'm back. He was getting a little frustrated because his toy was stuck between the couch cushions and he couldn't get it out, but we took it out for him. So I'm gonna be using this early American history, and this takes the Charlotte Mason approach. So it's gonna be a lot of read alouds. I've already ordered the books that I need, at least the first few books I need, so that we can get this started. And so this is what we'll be using. We're going to be doing the early American history, and it comes with maps and the timeline, which I think is going to be good and fun and exciting to do with the kiddos. It's got printouts to also do for their journals, because they're also going to be journaling for history and keeping accounts of what they're learning in history. And so these are all the little pictures that they're going to be coloring and cutting out and then adding them to their timeline. And as we study that period, we will start adding them to our timeline and see how far we can get throughout the school year with this. So this will be fun well, I'm hoping it's going to be fun for them. We'll see. You know how kids are. You know. So this is history. And then for art, this is what we'll be using. For art, we'll be using History of Art. And this starts off with like the very first art, which was creation, you know, God's art, and ends up with contemporary art. So we go through all different types of periods of art and artists, and we get to learn all that. So we may not go through the whole book. I may just skip here and there and find out which ones they're interested in learning from, and we'll do our own imitation of that type of art and have some art hung up around the house. So this is what we'll be using for art, just to learn a little bit more about certain types of art. And last year we learned a little bit about Picasso and his type of art. And my little girl, my was six at the time, went to a museum and she recognized a Picasso painting. So it does stick to them. It does stick. So I'm very happy with that. Okay, so that is it. They'll have their own boxes with their own work that they have to do. And then our group work will be history, art, and science. And we may not do those every single day, but we will definitely be doing them throughout the school year. And I'll be focusing on just pretty much the human body for this school year. And that is it. So let me just show you a few more things. So I went to Target the other day and I found some Target. And I got this United States map, and I already have these worksheets with the United States. So as we go through the states, we may do some little fun activities with the states, and that'll be used for that. And I found this solar system activity wall thingy poster, and I had printed these out last year that we did not get to go through these, so we might be able to tie these in if we have time throughout the school year. And then this big calendar countdown up to 100, and it's got these little numbers that are clingy. I thought they were stickers, but they're not. They're like the little it's like a plastic, and it clings on to this one, and you can move them around as you need to throughout the school year. This is for my daughter, fractions. This will hopefully help her a little bit. So I'll hang this up in her room so she can have a visual of this. And I found some little fun little games that we can use throughout the school year, especially for my little one. Checkers, a memory game. These are really cute. They're made out of felt, and they come in their own little pouch, so I thought this was really cute. These were $3 each. Money, and so she gets to count money, and so that's that. I also got this Animals of the World map, and it's also made out of felt. The little animals are made out of felt, so she gets to put the little animals in whatever country or continent it goes in, so that'll be fun. I got this chalkboard clock for my little one. These are also for my little Gloria. This is 5-letter words, to build 5-letter words. This is cute, really cute. This is dry erase, and it's got these little cutouts of the letters so that she can spell words. This would be the 4-letter words, so as she gets stronger with her spelling, she can start using the bigger words. And this will be the 3-letter words with a picture that she can put and then spell the words. This is going to be fun. And number sentences for subtraction. Actually, this is for, yes, you can subtract, divide, add, multiply, whatever you want to use it for. So this is for number sentences. So I got all these at Target. These were $3, and so I just grabbed them. And then this paper roll that I can hang on the wall because my little girl loves to draw, so she can just draw in her free time. And that is it. This is just personal stuff. So this is what I have so far for this school year, 2018-2019 school year. And later on, I'll do a review on my homeschool planner that I used and where I got it from. So that is it. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And leave any questions or comments below. And I will see you next time. Bye. This episode of 3 Kids and a Mom. Anyways, what is Bob? You good? Okay. Welcome back to my channel, and on this video,